And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our program today. The topic of the webinar today, I should say rather, is changing trends in live streaming. Live streaming, changing trends, not just in live streaming, but in the way that we put out content. Now, a lot of people come to me, just to, a little bit of background on me. I'm a content creator here at Streann Media. That's what I do. I create content. And a lot of people, when they hear that job, they say, what is that? What does that mean, content creator? What do you do every single day? And the thing is I create content for companies. Well, in this case, my company, Streann Media. But I'm an expert on this. I'm an expert on creating content, videos, images, whatever it is. Everybody needs content. Today, we all know that you have to have a social media presence. You have to have a website. Ideally, you have an app. And then the question becomes, what are we going to put on social media? What are we going to put on our app? What are we going to post? You see a lot of companies run by these people who don't really know a lot about social media, and they're posting the sunset today from the office or pizza day here at the office, and they post, and that's what's on their social media. And the truth is, nobody wants to see that. That's no good. That's bad. They need better content. So what do? They try to find somebody like me, a content expert, to come in and show them what they can do. And what do I tell them? Well, look, pizza day at the office isn't cutting it anymore. You need to have interesting content. You need to have videos. You need to have effects. You need to have cool backgrounds. And you should have your company logo. And you need to have this and you need to have that. And I sit down with them and I tell them everything they need to have, which they respond to me, okay, well, how do we do that? How do we have a logo? How do we do all this stuff? And they don't know how to do it. And what I tell them is, well, why don't you hire somebody who knows how to do it? And then they say, well, we don't have the budget for that. We don't have the resources to hire somebody like you, a content creator, to come in and create all of this content for us. And so what is my next suggestion to them? Streann Studio. Download an application that you can use. You don't even need to download it. Streann Studio is available on web. There's a free version. You can check it out right now if you want. Go to streann.studio and look it up. You can get an application like this, a web-based application, to help you to create content for your company. Now, most of these people, they don't know how to edit. They've never heard of pre-production, let alone post-production. They don't really know what they're doing. And that's fine. With Streann Studio, it's very easy to do everything at your fingertips. It requires no download. You can just go to the website and start using it right away. And so this is what I show them, and this becomes their life savior, because with Streann Studio, you can create live content or on demand. But live content is great. You make everything on the fly and no editing, no pre-production, no post-production. You make live content and you stream it live to multiple social media platforms at the same time. So you sit down to do, let's say, a webinar. You sit down to do a webinar. You go live. What do you have? You got content, baby. You got content for your social media. You go live to Facebook. You go live to YouTube. You go live to Twitch. You go live to all of these social media platforms at the same time with this live content that you're creating. And next thing you know, you got content in the bag. You're making videos. You're making them live. And now the question becomes, okay, well, how do we do that? Well, that's the goal of today's webinar, folks, is for me to show you a little bit about Streann Studio. And you're going to say, well, Liam, are you really out there to help me, or are you there to sell me Streann Studio? No, I'm actually out there to help you, folks. I want you to create more content. I want you to create higher quality content. I want you to make money with content marketing. These are all of my goals. So why am I pointing you to Streann Studio? You work for Streann, don't you, Liam? Yes, I do. Is that a conflict of interest? No, it's not. Because Streann Studio is one of the best live streaming multi-camera platforms in the game right now. It's affordable, it's easy to use, and you can make live content on demand. So let's jump in a little bit to Streann Studio. And let's see what Streann Studio can do for us today. All right, so in this case, I said multi-camera, but in this case, we only have one camera going, right? So what can we do to make this production more interesting? Let's pretend that it's a webinar. It is a webinar, but let's pretend this production is a webinar. And I'm saying, hello, everybody. Welcome to the webinar for so-and-so company. Today, we're going to invite a guest to the program, right? So how complicated was that? It was very simple. I have these little icons down at the bottom here. Everybody can see my cursor. speaker. So we're selecting the microphone that we're using, or sorry, excuse me, we're selecting the speaker that we're using. In this case, I'm having it piped to my headphones. We're selecting the microphone that we're using right here. We're selecting the camera that we're using, which in this case is this camera over here. And share is to share your screen. I'm not sharing my screen at this point. I might later on in the show. And then I can invite a guest. So let's invite a guest. We'll copy that link to clipboard. Look how easy that is. I'm going to open up a new tab. You're going to follow along with me. I'm going to go to my Gmail. You guys are going to see all my emails. That's okay. Compose an email. We're going to send it to Mark. We're going to paste this in, the link. We're going to send it off. Message sent. And now we're going to wait a few seconds for Mark to receive that email. So we're going to give him a few moments here so that he can join our conversation. Now, while I'm waiting for that, let's make our production a little bit more interesting. We're going to go on the right over here where we see the little A box. I am the A. I'm going to put in my name. My name is Liam. And my description is content expert. Okay. And what can we do? We put a little lower third in there. Which one do you guys like? We have the transparent one. We have the blue one. Here's one of the reasons I love Streann Studio. I was talking a little bit about why I recommended this platform to you. Because look at the choices it gives me, right? It's not just a one-size-fits-all. It's fun. It's fun. Let's go with something fun. Can we go with the blue, maybe? Look at this. Liam, content expert. Wow, what else does it let me change? It lets me change the background color, which in this case is blue. Lets me change the color of my text, which in this case is white. Should we make it something other than blue? I kind of like the blue. Let's change maybe instead, since it matches our background. We don't want things to match too much. Can we change the background to this color? Oh, that's nice. I like that. Hey, Mark. How you doing? Mark, where are you? Did you click on the link?
I sure did.
Okay. So, Mark, why don't you tell us where to go now that I've invited you to the show? I invited Mark. Mark, so what do I do now to get you to come on the show? Mark has to click on the link first, folks. That's what he has to do, and I don't think he's done it yet. So we have our lower third, and we were just in the process of changing our background. Let's switch to this so we can actually see the breaking news icon that's there on the top. Now, again, these icons, these backgrounds, they're all changeable, but you can also add your own. In this case, I'm sort of playing around with the ones that are in the background selection here. We have a lot of them, but go ahead and add your own. Create your own background, folks. It's really not that hard. You can go in. Canva is an application that is also web-based that you can discover online. And it's great. It's great. It's really easy to use. You can go on there onto Canva and you can create your backgrounds, have these templates, and then you just import them. Now, I want to say something about that. See this little question mark here next to the background? The reason that's there, it's because it wants you to put in the right size for your background to make sure that it actually fits your screen. So now we put the breaking news background. This would be more if I had a guest, if I had somebody on the right here. But if it's just going to be me, we can switch up our combinations back again to, let's say, full screen Liam. Full screen Liam. And let's choose a background that doesn't cut off sort of the breaking news up in the corner there. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? Let's do this. Oops. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, well, what do we think about that? That's kind of cool. Or this, maybe? This sort of matches my shirt. So what else can we do with this? We can switch up our combinations. Again, that background is going to stay. I can have myself be like this. And the reason why I'm the big one here is because I'm selected as A up here. So remember, with these combinations, you have A, B, C, and this is the people that you're going to bring in. Also, if I shared my screen, I could have my screen be one of those combinations. But if I wanted to make myself one of the other ones, I could make myself B, and watch what happens. I now become the B part of this combination that I've chosen right now. And if I do this one, I'll be on the right. And if I do this one, I'll be in the bottom right corner. And if I do this one, I'll be in the middle. Do you guys kind of see where I'm going with this, the A, B, C? All right, now we've had a guest join, Gio. Gio's in right now. Gio's hanging out over there, and he's our guest for Streann Studio on the right. Now, look, I can switch up the combinations as I go. Let's do this where we got full screen, make Gio a little bit bigger. Gio is our guest in Streann Studio, and remember, I am the director of the production. So if I don't like Gio's name here, guest Streann Studio, that's not really his name. His name is Gio Punzo. Can we do that? We sure can. Whoops. Punzo. Look at that. Do that in real time. What's happening, Gio? Good. How are you? Gio Punzo, the boss. Let's do that. Gio's in Miami, Florida. Look at this. So, Gio, it looks like you're on your phone right now. Gio's on his phone. I sent him a link to the production, and he's opening it up right away. So, I'm on my computer, and he's on his phone, and we're both able to be live in real time. Now, imagine, Gio's in the office right now. He's just having fun with us today. But imagine that Gio was on the scene of something that was going on, right? I'm back at the office. I'm doing some sort of production, a webinar, a podcast, whatever it is, covering the story. I'm able to be in my desk, getting the information as it comes in, and I can send a link quickly to anybody who's on the ground. In this case, it would be Gio, and he can sort of film in real time what's going on. He can be on the scene. He can be walking around. He can be showing what's happening. And then, I wrote Gio here, but I could change this to, let's write something else here. Let's write on scene at the fire. Look at this.
Hey, Liam, is Mark coming in as well?
We can bring Mark in. Mark, do you want to come in? No, Mark doesn't want to come in. Mark seems to be monitoring our broadcast here, so we're going to stick with just me and you. But we could have 3 people. We could have even more. We could have up to 8 people. And Gio seems to be walking up. But look at this. I can add his comment on scene at the fire. Now, Gio's going to go into the staircase. We might lose him here. There's bad reception in the staircase as well as in the elevator. That's just kind of how it works. So while we wait for Gio to come back on while his connection is bad, look at this. I can add logos to my production while I'm going here.
Back.
Oh, you're back, Gio. We have the Live to Social logo. We have the Streann Studio logo. So we lost Gio. Obviously, he's in the staircase. So not going to be the best reception in there. Let's change this over to Liam. Liam at HQ. Liam is at the headquarters. And let's bring back Gio. Let's bring back Gio. Gio, we're going to make him B. And we're going to select an A-B combination. And we're going to add him in. There we go. Caution, open doors slowly. What's behind the door? Gio is on scene at the fire. Now, obviously, there's no fire. We are doing a reenactment.
We found the FedEx truck.
Oh, we found the FedEx truck. What is that? That doesn't look like the FedEx truck. The FedEx truck shrunk. We have the USPS truck parked out front, making it
a fatal shooting.
a fatal shooting. Wow. Okay, let's change this then. We have Gio
Let's see.
on scene at shooting. Gio, what can you tell us about the shooting?
Well, we don't know yet who started it, but it's down here. We're live in Doral right now, and we're trying to find the killer.
Trying to find the killer. Gio, did this just happen? How long ago was the shooting?
I think this just happened. We just heard the shots, and it's crazy.
How many shots did you hear?
Panic everywhere.
I can see everybody ran away.
Everywhere. Even the UPS truck is here. Look, all the trucks are coming.
All the trucks are coming.
Really now, but we can't find the FedEx truck.
Well, there's
Everybody else is here.
There's definitely something going on. Every single truck seems to be there except for the FedEx truck. Possibly could the FedEx truck have something to do with the shooting?
Insane. Well, we're waiting for the satellite truck to come and cover the story, but you can't do that.
You can't wait for the truck.
Nobody called them yet.
It takes too long. But Gio, what kind of equipment do you have on you right now? What kind of crazy equipment did you bring so that you...
Just using my phone. I'm just using my phone. You send me the link. I opened up the link. And I'm using my phone to report this live breaking news that is happening in Doral right now.
Wow. And you can hear me?
How's the quality?
The quality looks pretty good.
I can hear you perfect.
And you can hear me perfectly. Look at that. So, folks, you can see that there's a lot of uses for this type of technology, whether it's a simple podcast or whether you're trying to cover breaking news on the ground. You're waiting for people to get there. You don't know what's going on. You send a link to somebody's phone, and immediately they become a reporter live on scene on the ground. It's this is revolutionary technology that we're looking at here, folks. This invalidates the need for any kind of big camera. Big, backpack with some kind of server, some truck with a satellite. Look at this. All we have here is a phone. I'm on my laptop, And we're basically going live to multiple social media platforms at the same time. We're covering stories. We're the first ones to be on the ground. Gio, who has witnessed a pretend shooting. We got a G-Wagon driving by. That was him. Wow. All right, well, Gio seems to have eyes on the shooter over there. Let's bring in our Streann logo. Now look at this. While I'm doing this live content, I can brand my content with the logo by bringing it in. Now these are 100% customizable. You can bring in your own logo as a PNG and have it sitting up there. And when this video goes viral, because you were the first person on the scene, guess whose logo is watermarked in the video? Yours. Now I have us full screen right now, but I could also...
Take this? Do you need to be in a podcast studio, or can you take the podcast on the road?
Gio, I could be anywhere in the world. I'm just using my laptop right now. We are live with a laptop and a phone. That's all it takes today, folks. That's all you need to go live anymore. And Streann Studio, obviously. You got to have Streann Studio. That's the little caveat. But for $19 a month, you can be the newest subscriber to the product. See, people seem to be running in from the shooting there. As you can see, we're following Gio. So we're going to let Gio go because we're going to lose him in the staircase. So let's remove Gio from our chat right there. Okay, just click on remove. Now, again, I want to stress the importance with Streann Studio. You are the director. You control the production, right? If Gio is looking at something that I don't want to see anymore, I can quickly remove him. If I want to select a lower third for him, I want to decide his name, I can change that in real time. Right, Liam back at headquarters here. I can change this as I'm going. And look, this production, this webinar that we're doing right now, this is a live webinar, folks. We're live right now. The content's already done. This is already on social media. So look at this. I'm creating content right now for next to nothing because I'm using my computer. I sent my colleague Gio a link to his phone. He's using his phone. So we eliminated the need for expensive equipment. I am a content creator. I know how to make cool content, but I'm no tech expert. I don't know how to do expensive and complicated shots and all this stuff. I'm no expert. I don't need to be though. I have a computer, I have a phone, and that's all I need. And Streann Studio, obviously. So what do? We're lowering the cost of production. Now, what else do we need on the back end of this once the video is produced? Well, we need to pay somebody to put it on social media for us, right? No. This goes live to social media platforms all in real time. So today when the webinar is done, when I close my computer, when I pack up for the day, it's already on YouTube. It's already on Facebook. It's already on whichever social media application you want to go live to. It's already there. That part's already done. So let's recap. No need to buy the expensive equipment. No need to pay people who know how to use crazy equipment. And no need to pay people to do it all on the back end. So all of those three jobs, let's say we put them at, what is a good conservative estimate? $30,000 a year for each of those people? $90,000 a year to have these people make content for you? Instead, we replace it with Streann Studio for $19 a month. Now, yes, you're going to need a phone, you're going to need a computer, but I'm guessing everybody pretty much has those. So let's just put it at $19 a month. I think that's a fair estimate. Is that a good deal, folks? It sounds to me like a good deal. Now, we'll go back to this point in the beginning. Am I just trying to sell you Streann Studio? No, I'm trying to make better content for you. I'm trying to lower the cost of production, and I feel like I'm doing you a favor here. For $19 a month, it doesn't get much better than that. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Now, you're maybe going to say, okay, well, live content. We don't really want to make live content. That's not what we're doing here. That's not part of our content strategy. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you don't have a content strategy. That's number one. Number two, why isn't live streaming part of your content strategy? Well, we want to make VODs, videos on demand. That's fine. That's fine. You can use Streann Studio to make videos on demand. All you need to do is in your Destinations tab, when you click on Go Live, you're just going to select Local Recording. Save it locally to your computer. And later on, you can post it on YouTube. I would go live to YouTube if I were you, but if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You don't have to. Make content that is on demand and post it on whatever platform you want afterwards. YouTube, a website. You could also go live to your website using custom RTMP with Streann Studio. But if you don't want to do that, you could just post it afterwards. But here's why going live is important. Mark, can you help me out here? Here's why going live is important in our society today, in our new world of content, of live streaming, of content creation. You know, it's fine if you want to make content that is on demand and just make these videos that you save locally and post at a later date. That is okay. That is not bad. I'm not going to be upset with you. You can still use Streann Studio to do that. But here's why it's important to do videos live. Mark, can you read the first quote for me? Mark has this quote that I just sent him, and this is just coming off hot off the press.
Okay, guys, watch this. 80% of live stream viewers will watch a stream from a brand rather than read its blog.
Okay, so hold on a second. 80% of consumers would rather watch a live stream from a brand rather than read its blog. Now, I would be willing to bet that most of the people who are watching this webinar, which is live, by the way, prefer to do blog posts. Let's have a blog. Let's do a blog. You know what a blog is? It's a bunch of work for the person on the other end. You're giving them homework. You want to give your customers homework? Forcing them to read these long articles. 5 reasons why you should do this. That's 5 reasons why I should be going to sleep right now. That's what that is. A live stream is happening live, baby. It's happening right now. Right now. Oh my gosh, this is going on right now. What's going on? We're live. We're live. Are we live? We're live. Right? What's the difference between those two things? Is it any surprise why 80% of people would rather watch the live stream, which, by the way, is the video, and video is the new form of content, by the way. If you haven't noticed, people aren't reading as much as they used to. Now, we can be angry at the sky because of that, or we can adapt to the market. Mark, what else you got for me?
The live streaming industry is believed to reach $70 billion in 2021.
Hold on a second. $70 billion in 2021?
70 billion.
Okay, the live streaming industry, which, by the way, you thought live streaming was just this free whatever thing that maybe some kids are doing. No. Folks, this is a $70 billion industry in 2021. Are we in 20? No, we just turned into 2022. So this was just less than a year ago. It was worth $70 billion. That's unbelievable, Mark. That seems huge.
It's pretty insane.
Wow, I almost can't believe that.
But here's the kicker.
What?
It's projected to reach 23.98 billion by 2028.
23 billion, but that's less.
No. 223 billion.
223 billion by 2028?
Yes. Estimated.
That's more than double, right? Because the double would be 140.
Yeah, that's more than double.
223 billion, excuse me.
Billion with a B.
I almost said million. Billion by 2028. Folks, if I told you there was a stock, let's say the live streaming corporation, and by 2028 it was going to more than double. Mark, what is it? Quadruple?
Not quite quadruple, but it's getting
But
close.
it's pretty close to quadruple. Would you buy that stock? I think you would. So here's your opportunity to buy that stock. Start live streaming. Start live streaming today. How do you live stream? Well, I'm just going to go on Facebook Live, and I'm going to do a live stream on Facebook Live. Why? Why are you just going to do it on Facebook Live? Why don't you want to go live to multiple social media platforms at the same time? Well, most of our audience is on Facebook. Okay. Why are you just going to do it on Facebook Live and talk to your computer camera? Don't you want to do a multi-camera live stream to Facebook? If you're only going to Facebook, that's fine, but don't you want to use Streann Studio? Don't you want to create a background? Don't you want to have a logo? Don't you want to do a lower third? Don't you want to have an intro, outro? Don't you want to have A/B options and combinations of how you want to look on screen? Don't you want to have multiple cameras? Why don't you want all that stuff? For $19 a month, do it. Make it more interesting. You just want to go live on Facebook. Psh, get out of here. Come on. Are we making good content? Are we making bad content? That's a question mark.
Good content.
Good content. Thank you. What else you got for me, Mark?
So watch this. One Taobao streamer earned $50 million in one day.
A live streamer earned $50 million in one day.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Truth fact.
Most people don't make $50 million in 1 year. Most people don't make
In a
$50
lifetime.
million in one lifetime. And you're telling me that he made this in...
One day.
Unbelievable, folks. But here's the dealio. You want to make things on demand. People are going to kind of maybe watch it. You're going to send them a link, and they're going to maybe, I'll watch it later. I think I'll put it as a bookmark. I'm a little bit busier right now, but I'll watch it later. You know what? I'll watch it after I shower and brush when I'm getting into bed. I'll watch it then. And then guess what? They get there and they don't watch it because they don't care, right? Maybe it goes viral. Maybe there's this great thing in your video and it gets viral and you have 1 million views. I don't know how you're going to monetize that. Sorry. But, maybe you're going to get lucky with it. But if it's live content, folks, if it's live streaming, it's happening in real time as we speak, not to mention the fact that it's going to be better because everybody's going to have more energy and it's live. And we're not even talking about that. If you're live streaming, you have all of these people who are in the moment watching your content. There is no better way to engage with your following than to be live while you're doing it, because you have people who actively have your attention. They're actively watching your production. So when you tell them to buy a certain product or to subscribe to a certain page or to do something with you. Everybody go to my Facebook and do this. Everybody download that. Everybody that. These people are with you in the moment. They're doing it with you in the moment. That is the power of live streaming. You have an active audience. Think about it this way. Let's say you're a company and you are looking to do some sort of promotion for your company, some sort of marketing endeavor, shall we say. And I gave you two options. I said, okay, here's what I can do for you as the marketing team. One, we can make a video of whatever you have to say, and we can send the video out there. We'll send it out to a bunch of people. You make a little video, and we'll send it out to a bunch of people. Right? That's option number one. Option number two, I have this big event next week. Pitbull, he's performing at the American Airlines basketball place. I think it has a new name now, but whatever. He's performing there. 100,000 people are going to be in the arena, and if you want, I can get you on stage. I can give you 30 seconds in front of the crowd with a mic where you can do your pitch. Which one of those are you going to take? Mark? Video to a couple of people or the American Airlines?
American Airlines.
Of course. Because you have people right in the palm of your hand. You have them right where you want them. You have eyeballs on you in real time, live, looking at you. That's obviously what you're going to take. You'd have to be crazy not to take that opportunity. And that's what live streaming is. It's giving you the opportunity to connect with people live in real time. And what I'm giving you with Streann Studio is the opportunity to do that with a high quality content threshold. You're not just live streaming, talking to a camera on Zoom or on YouTube Live. You're making something with a background, with a logo, with a lower third, with an intro, outro, with a combination, with multi-camera, with background. The list goes on and on and on. All this for $19 a month. Folks, if I haven't convinced you this morning with this, then you'd probably just don't want to make good content, and you probably don't want people to watch it. And if that's the case, I can't help you, but I think I can. Streann.studio, download it, $19 a month. You're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. Mark, we're out of time. Let's say goodbye to all the lovely people. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be back next week on Thursday for another webinar. And we're going to tell you how you can double or triple or quadruple or even listen to this 10x your audience with Live to Social. Thanks, folks.